Today has been drunk. Like, we're talking full on inebriation, full on. You need to go to rehab. No, no, no. For the Vikings as they got down to the 53-man rooster. Also, something I love right away about Kwesi and Kevin O'Connell, they announced the 53 right at the deadline at 3 p.m. Central Time as opposed to waiting, I don't know, 3-4 hours afterwards like Spielman did last couple years. Not that I'm bitter. Is what it is. But the Vikings have set their initial 53-man roster. Now, this isn't finalized. Of course, waivers will process tomorrow at 3 p.m. There still could be some moves made, so these guys don't have it quite made in the shade yet. But getting to this point, still impressive, man. And the Vikings, they have 11 rookies on the roster. 9 out of the 10 draft picks made it. Only 7th-round pick tight end Nick Muse didn't, but he's a practice squad candidate. Also, 2 UDFAs, Luigi Villain as well as Punter Ryan. The right stuff made it. But I'm going to recap here. So, quarterback Kirk Cousins, he made it. Also, Nick Mullins, yes. 4 running backs and a fullback, Dalvin Cook, Madison, Kincaid, Ty Chandler, CJ Ham, standard. 5 wide receivers for now. I still think that the Vikings are probably going to add a 6th receiver. Tyler Johnson one time. Justin Jefferson, Thielen, KJ, ISM, and Jalen Naylor made it. Jalen Naylor suffered a concussion against the Broncos, but he should be good to go week 1 against the greasy grimy Green Bay Packers. 3 tight ends. So you got Irv Smith Jr., Johnny Munt, Ben Ellefson, the pride of NDSU, and Howley, Minnesota, wins the tight end 3 job. Over Zach Davidson, the unicorn, as well as Nick Muse. Now, Ellefson is more of a meat potatoes tight end, really good blocker, okay as a receiver. Like he's more steak than sizzle in terms of tight end, if that makes sense. Offensive line, they're keeping 10 as of right now. Left to right, Darisaw, Ezra, Garrett Bradbury, Ed Ingram. Well, he clearly is the starting right guard because they just traded Jesse Davis to the Steelers. Brian O'Neill at right tackle. Your backups currently are Blake Brandel. I think he'll be your swing tackle. Austin Schlottman, Chris Reed, and with Reed and Schlottman on the roster, Davis as that veteran interior swing backup was redundant, so I see why they did it, and they saved some cap space. Also, they got a draft pick. Oli Udoh remains. Yeah, but keep him at right tackle. And then you got Vidarian Lowe. I do think that he has some potential. And the Vikings clearly didn't want to risk trying to put him down on the practice squad, getting him through waivers. So he makes the 53. Defensively, so you got 6 along the defensive line. Diesel, Dalvin, Harrison Phillips, and we're going to pencil in Jonathan Bullard as the opposing starting 5-tech because after they waived Armand for Watts, which I'm still upset by, they traded for Ross Blacklock from the Texans, former second-round pick, number 40 overall in 2020, coming out of TCU. But Blacklock's game is much more of a penetrating 3-tech as opposed to a body absorber, which you need at that 3-4 defensive end at that 5-tech spot. So, I mean, I think that Blacklock could be used as a sub-package guy. I don't know if he'll start right away. But we'll see. But it could be James Lynch at that 5-tech spot, even though they've kicked him inside quite a bit. He makes it. Usezi. Hell, maybe Usezi gets some snaps. Maybe he gets some run. The 5th-round pick from the Gophers. Edge rushers, keeping 5. Daniil Hunter, Zadarius Smith, Patrick Jones, 2nd, DJ Wadham. Luigi Villain, the UDFA from Wake Forest, formerly Michigan, gets it done. Linebackers, keeping 4. Of course, Kendricks, Hicks, Asamoah, Troy Dye. Cornerbacks, keeping 6. So you got Peterson, Dancer, Shondon, Andrew Booth Jr., Caleb Evans, Chris Boyd makes it as a 6th cornerback. 4 safeties, of course, Harrison, Beasley, Lewisine, Josh Metellus, and the 3 specialists, Joseph Wright, Andrew DiPaolo. So we have the list of the cuts / waves. Now, if you have more than 4 years of accrued experience, you're cut as opposed to having to go through waivers. But we highlighted in blue the players that have been reported to have had interest from the team to join the practice squad. But take that with a grain of salt. But let go, Kellerman had opportunity, didn't pan out. Shaw Mannion, yes. Brian Koback, I wanted on the practice squad, the pride of Toledo. Although there is some scuttle that Shaw Mannion could be back on the practice squad. It kind of makes sense since Nick Mullins is still trying to figure out this offense, and it's nice to keep 3 quarterbacks in the sphere. Tristan Jackson, who I thought made some nice leaps and bounds. I would like him on the practice squad. Wyatt Davis, they haven't said anything about Wyatt Davis. hurts. Josh Sokol, the center from Sacred Hat, the UDFA. Nick Muse, your company's computer guy. William Kwenku, the linebacker from Temple. I thought he had a chance to maybe roster, but they decided to roll with 4 inside linebackers. Would like to see him on the practice squad. Timon Paris, Myron Mitchell, Zach McLeod, the other UDFA rusher from the U who showed up and showed out. Janaris Robinson, maybe he gets claimed. It's possible. Jalen Twyman, Mike Brown, TJ Smith, Blake Lynch, no go. Hairston, Ty Smith, Perry Nickerson potentially could return to the practice squad. He does have some good slot ability. Chad Surratt, it wasn't a good third round for the Vikings last year, where Surratt, Kellerman, Y. Davis gone. Only Patrick Jones second remains. Zach Davidson, Danchis Senna, both have eyes for the practice squad. 2 physical freaks. Armand for Watts was he was waived. It's unfortunate. Kyle Hinton, I thought for a second that Hinton may have made the 53, but not so much. And then safety Miles Dorn, certainly want him on the practice squad. And then they traded Jesse Davis's ass to the Steelers for a conditional 7th-round pick. And then Blake Pearl, Ryan Connolly are on the PUP list. They're going to miss at least the first 6 weeks of the season, as well as BC. Actually, no, what is it? Really doesn't matter. They'll miss some time. And then BC Johnson, T.Y. McGill. Since they were placed on IR before the start of the season, that is season-ending IR unless they reach an injury settlement with T.Y. McGill. So, I mean, that's it. A couple surprises, mainly in Armand getting waived, as well as, the trade of Jesse Davis wasn't really that large of a shocker. I could see it happening. I'm just glad that someone took on his salary. But that's it. Your thoughts on the initial Vikings 53-man rooster, who made it that you liked, who made it that you didn't like, and vice versa. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work, put a little something in the Venmo. But until next time, Skull Production Value.